Today's local and national news from Thailand via the fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And if you'd be kind enough to like and subscribe, here's a tip for you to get the very latest news from us every day. When you subscribe, click on the button that says All, and then every day you'll get an update straight from us. Thailand's performance in the annual English Proficiency Index, the measuring stick for English teaching in non-English speaking countries, left a lot to be desired and has raised serious concern. 101st out of 113 countries isn't anything to write home about. In fact, the report has its own version of could do better if they tried, which is very low proficiency. The English teaching programmes here, recently offered support by the British ambassador, still see far too many teachers passing on errors taught to them as they were taught as pupils, making their mistakes inherent. Sakun instead of school, and similar words. But for pupils, it's bad news. The Prime Minister has ordered the Education Ministry to introduce measures quickly to improve the ratings, with some suggesting a complete rewrite of the curriculum and others wanting a full retraining programme of teachers to qualify as English speakers. Of issue too is the growing number of foreign English teachers working here, but actually from nations such as the Philippines, and others who are not qualified in any meaningful way to teach at all. The second son of His Majesty the King of Thailand is back in the country, his second known visit recently. Reports are that he's here to celebrate Father's Day, which honours his late grandfather Rama IX. The 42-year-old is here for a 2-week stay, during which he plans to partake in several charitable events and visit provinces away from the capital. As the civil war in Myanmar between the army-run junta and resistance fighters hots up again, seeing more battles in recent days, 83 more Thai nationals have been evacuated this week, with many, though, being greeted here by police. In those instances, they were voluntary workers in scam call centres, and those, well, they face jail here, as many of the scams were carried out on Thais via social networking. The committee headed up by Miss Shinawat has now clarified that despite her wording regarding next year's Songkran, we will not splash water only for 3 days but the whole month, with events being held nationwide. That's now not the plan. Songkran will remain as it is, but with other cultural events held across the nation to retain interest and promote tourism. This followed a huge public backlash at the idea, which made little sense of a month of water throwing, as Thailand prepares for a drought season soon, which is expected to run through to June. Water supply is critical to the economy and the people. The committee, we're told, has agreed that next year's Songkran Festival month will promote soft power in various locations. Meanwhile at home, and yesterday saw Deputy National Police Chief Hakpan once again take over the investigation in our region into claims that a German expat had paid 2 million baht to evade charges of buying the services of underage teenagers in 2022. Only recently has social media become aware of the Deutsche Welle TV programme originally broadcast by Norddeutscher Rundfunk a year ago, which highlights the seedier side of the city and interviews German expats about their shenanigans here, with the one scumbag, now back in his home country, who was arrested here during raids on bars, offering the services of youths despite Thai law. He told the TV programme that he'd been charged, was bailed and then assisted in leaving the country for a fee. That was the 2 million baht. He shows documents that he alleges are signed off by those in the highest authority of local law, permitting him to leave Thailand whilst on bail. Technically, police could request his extradition. But of bigger issue are claims that huge amounts of money are being paid in many cases for those who flaunt the law to evade proper justice. The German was nabbed during a raid in the Cobra Beer Bar, where a Thai woman and her British partner were also arrested on charges of offering illegal services. The Brit, well, it's now assumed that he evaded justice too. With a few exceptions, Pattaya businesses are said to have taken extra precautions to ensure that no underage staff are hired. But until a police register for bar owners is set up, as seems to work in the capital, those errant few will continue to blight the name of the city. Of equal issue for the new inquiry appears to be vlogs, often hidden behind paywalls, which offer content which is illegal under the law here. Those services on YouTube and social media appear to bypass the laws and censorship within the servers in numerous ways and see people paying to chat with girls online and more, along with vlogs that are way beyond the pale. Either way, they're in the headlights of the new inquiry too. And a drunken Indian tourist claims that he was robbed as he lay in a stupor outside a convenience store in Walking Street very early on Monday morning. It seems that he was wearing a gold bracelet valued by him at a cool 200,000 baht, as you do, and that disappeared along with his phone. CCTV does show someone bending over him, but whether stealing or checking him for life, it's not clear. Meanwhile, the reminder remains, don't wear your life savings around your neck or arm when out and about in a nighttime area, especially if you can't handle your drink. And with the good news that the air quality around the region is green again today, the Met Office promises highs of 31 degrees dropping down to 25, the real feel of 35, and a mostly cloudy and humid day with the chance of thunderstorms in spots. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.